Top 30 Construction Scheduler Interview Questions and Answers. A construction scheduler plays one of the most critical roles in ensuring that projects are delivered on time, within scope, and according to client expectations. Employers look for candidates who not only understand scheduling tools and techniques, but also possess strong communication, analytical, and risk management skills. In this guide, you'll find the top 30 most important construction scheduler interview questions, along with detailed 90-word answers. These well-crafted responses will help you demonstrate your technical expertise, practical field knowledge, and ability to coordinate effectively with project stakeholders. 1. What is the primary role of a construction scheduler? The primary role of a construction scheduler is to develop, manage, and update the project timeline to ensure tasks are completed efficiently and on schedule. This includes coordinating with project managers, subcontractors, engineers, and suppliers to gather accurate activity durations and dependencies. A scheduler also monitors progress, identifies delays, analyzes critical path impacts, and recommends corrective actions. By continuously updating the schedule and providing clear reports, the scheduler helps keep the project aligned with milestones, budget expectations, and contractual commitments, reducing risk and improving overall project performance. 2. What scheduling software are you most comfortable using? I am most comfortable using Primavera P6, which is widely used in construction for managing complex schedules. I have extensive experience creating WBS structures, linking activities, assigning resources, and analyzing the critical path. I also use MS Project for smaller projects and Excel for quick planning or progress calculations. My familiarity with these tools allows me to produce accurate baseline schedules, update progress efficiently, and generate reliable reports. I can also integrate schedules with cost and resource data to improve forecasting and project control. 3. What is a work breakdown structure, WBS? A work breakdown structure, WBS, is a hierarchical decomposition of the total project scope into smaller, manageable components. It organizes all deliverables and activities, so teams clearly understand what must be completed. For schedulers, the WBS provides a structured framework that helps develop an accurate schedule, allocate resources, and track progress. It ensures nothing is overlooked and improves reporting clarity. By breaking work into logical levels, the WBS supports better coordination, risk identification, and control throughout the project lifecycle. 4. Explain the Critical Path Method, CPM. The Critical Path Method, CPM, identifies the sequence activities that determine the project's minimum completion time. These tasks have zero float, meaning any delay directly affects the project's finish date. CPM helps prioritize tasks, allocate resources effectively, and anticipate potential delays. By analyzing early and late start/finish dates, a scheduler can pinpoint critical activities, assess schedule flexibility, and guide decision-making. CPM is essential for project planning, delay analysis, risk mitigation, and maintaining timely project delivery. 5. How do you estimate activity durations? To estimate activity durations, I start by reviewing design documents, past project data, productivity rates, and resource availability. I collaborate closely with site engineers, subcontractors, and suppliers to gather realistic inputs. I also consider factors like weather, working hours, equipment efficiency, and material lead times. When necessary, I use three-point estimation, optimistic, pessimistic, and most likely durations to improve accuracy. My goal is to ensure durations reflect real-world conditions so the schedule remains both practical and achievable. 6. What is float and why is important? Float, or slack, is the amount of time an activity can be delayed without affecting the project's end date or another activity. Total float relates to overall project delays, while free float refers to delays that won't impact subsequent tasks. Float is important because it helps identify scheduling flexibility, manage resources efficiently, and prioritize critical tasks. Understanding float allows schedulers to adjust activities during delays, optimize sequencing, and maintain project stability without impacting contractual milestones. 7. How do you update a project schedule? When updating a project schedule, I first collect accurate progress data from field teams, subcontractors, and progress reports. I update activity percentages, actual start/finish dates, and remaining durations. Then I recalculate the schedule to analyze impacts on the critical path and float values. I document any variances between planned and actual progress, identify causes of delays, and propose mitigation strategies. Finally, I generate updated reports and communicate changes clearly to stakeholders so everyone understands the project's current status and required actions. 8. How you manage delays. When managing delays, I first identify and categorize the cause, whether it's weather, design changes, procurement issues, or labor shortages. I evaluate how the delay affects the critical path and overall timeline. Next, I coordinate with teams to develop mitigation strategies, such as resequencing work, adding resources, or using alternative methods. I document the delay thoroughly for contractual purposes and provide updated forecasts. Clear communication ensures decision-makers can act quickly to minimize impacts and maintain control of project delivery. 9. What is resource leveling? Resource leveling is the process of adjusting the project schedule so that resource usage remains consistent and does not exceed availability limits. When multiple activities require the same resources at the same time, leveling helps avoid overload. It may require shifting non-critical activities, adjusting durations, or resequencing tasks to balance workloads. While leveling can extend the schedule, it improves efficiency, reduces costs, and minimizes worker fatigue. Its purpose is to create a realistic schedule aligned with actual resource capabilities. 10. How do you coordinate with subcontractors? I coordinate with subcontractors by conducting regular meetings, reviewing progress updates, comparing actual versus planned work, and clarifying any schedule concerns. I ensure each subcontractor understands their milestones, dependencies, and reporting requirements. I also gather information about their manpower, equipment, and material availability to maintain accurate schedules. When issues arise, I work collaboratively to adjust timelines, resequence tasks, or improve communication. Strong coordination ensures all teams work in harmony, and delays are minimized throughout the project. 11. How do you handle design changes? When design changes occur, I first assess how they affect activities, durations, and dependencies. I update the schedule to reflect new tasks or revisions and evaluate their impact on the critical path. I collaborate with designers, engineers, and project managers to ensure timing, resources, and sequencing remain feasible. I also document the change for contractual and claim purposes. Clear communication with stakeholders ensures everyone understands a revised plan and associated risks or adjustments. 12. What is a baseline schedule? A baseline schedule is the approved version of the project timeline established at the beginning of the project. It serves as the reference point for measuring progress, analyzing delays, and evaluating performance. Once approved, changes to the baseline require formal review and approval. The baseline includes activity sequences, durations, milestones, and resource allocations. Maintaining a clear baseline helps ensure accountability, supports claims analysis, and improves decision-making throughout the project lifecycle. 13. How do you track progress on a construction site? I track progress by reviewing daily reports, site inspections, subcontractor updates, and material delivery logs. I compare actual progress with a planned schedule to identify deviations. Progress percentages, photos, and real-time field observations help verify accuracy. Once data is validated, I update the schedule and analyze impacts on flow and the critical path. Consistent monitoring ensures timely decisions, enables early identification of issues, and supports proactive planning to keep the project on track. 14. What is Earned Value Management EVM? Earned Value Management, EVM, integrates scope, cost, and schedule to measure project performance. It compares planned progress with actual progress and the value of completed work. Key metrics include planned value, PV, earned value, EV, and actual cost, AC. Using these, I calculate schedule and cost variances to determine whether project is ahead or behind. EVM provides accurate forecasts, improves decision-making, and enhances transparency. It's particularly useful for evaluating performance trends and predicting final project outcomes. 15. How do you ensure schedule accuracy? I ensure schedule accuracy by using reliable data sources, such as approved drawings, subcontractor inputs, historical productivity rates, and validated resource availability. I cross-check activity durations with engineering teams and compare them with previous similar projects for consistency. Regular site visits help confirm actual progress and verify assumptions. I also perform schedule risk analysis and review dependencies to ensure logic is correct. Frequent communication with project stakeholders ensures all updates are accurate, timely, and reflect real construction conditions, minimizing errors and improving reliability. 16. How do you prioritize tasks in construction schedule? I prioritize tasks by analyzing the critical path, identifying high-impact activities, and focusing on tasks with zero or low float. I also evaluate resource constraints, material lead times, and dependencies to determine which activities need immediate attention. Activities that affect major milestones, client deliverables, and safety requirements also receive priority. Regular communication with site teams and subcontractors ensures alignment. By balancing critical tasks with resource availability, I maintain workflow continuity and help teams focus on the most time-sensitive work. 17. What steps do you take to manage high-risk activities? To manage high-risk activities, I begin by identifying risks through design review, site assessments, and stakeholder discussions. I evaluate their potential schedule impact and create mitigation strategies such as resequencing tasks, allocating additional resources, or adjusting durations. I collaborate with safety teams to ensure risk precautions are included. During execution, I monitor high-risk activities more frequently, track progress closely, and adjust plans as needed. Clear communication ensures everyone understands the risks and responsibilities, reducing disruptions and maintaining schedule stability. 18. How do you perform a schedule delay analysis? To perform a schedule delay analysis, I compare actual progress with the baseline schedule and identify which activities deviated from plan. I categorize delays as excusable, non-excusable, compensable, or concurrent. Using techniques like time impact analysis (TIA), I assess how changes affected the critical path and evaluate their contractual implications. Detailed records, daily logs, and correspondence help validate findings. I then prepare clear reports explaining delay causes, timeline effects, and recommended recovery actions. This ensures transparency and supports fair resolution of claims. 19. How do you communicate schedule updates to stakeholders? I communicate schedule updates through structured progress meetings, weekly reports, dashboards, and visual tools like Gantt charts and S-curves. I highlight critical path changes, completed milestones, upcoming tasks, and areas requiring immediate attention. I simplify complex details into clear summaries so stakeholders can quickly understand project performance. When delays arise, I present their causes and possible mitigation options. Open communication builds trust and ensures everyone stays aligned with project goals. This collaborative approach helps teams make timely decisions and maintain progress. 20. Describe your experience preparing look-ahead schedules. I regularly prepare 1 week, 2 week, and 4 week look-ahead schedules to guide short-term construction activities. I coordinate with site supervisors and subcontractors to identify current priorities, manpower, material needs, and potential obstacles. These schedules provide detailed sequencing, highlight immediate dependencies, and show resource allocation. I also use look-ahead schedules to monitor daily progress, adjust execution plans, and ensure alignment with the overall project schedule. Look-aheads help maintain control, improve coordination, and ensure that teams focus on immediate tasks without losing sight of long-term goals. 21. How do you handle resource conflicts? When resource conflict arises, I analyze the schedule to identify overlapping tasks requiring the same manpower, equipment, or materials. I then evaluate float values and determine which tasks can be shifted without affecting the critical path. If necessary, I collaborate with supervisors to redistribute resources, adjust work shifts, or modify sequencing. I also communicate with subcontractors to confirm availability and negotiate adjustments. Early detection is key. Resolving conflict before they reach the field prevents delays, improves productivity, and maintains workflow efficiency. 22. What is the purpose of schedule compression techniques? Schedule compression techniques are used to shorten the project duration without changing the overall project scope. The two main methods are crashing and fast-tracking. Crashing involves adding resources or overtime to shorten activity durations, while fast-tracking means performing certain tasks in parallel instead of sequentially. I analyze risks and cost impacts before applying these techniques. Compression is typically used when a project is behind schedule or when a client requests an earlier completion date. Proper evaluation ensures deadlines are met without compromising safety or quality. 23. How you ensure subcontractors follow the schedule. I ensure subcontractors follow the schedule by setting clear expectations, providing detailed look-ahead plans, and requiring regular progress updates. I hold weekly coordination meetings where we review actual performance versus planned milestones. When delays occur, we collaboratively identify causes and develop corrective actions. I also assess manpower, material availability, and field conditions to ensure their schedules are achievable. If needed, I escalate issues to project management. Maintaining accountability and open communication helps subcontractors stay aligned with project goals. 24. How you deal with unrealistic deadlines. When faced with unrealistic deadlines, I first analyze the schedule thoroughly to identify constraints, resource limitations, and critical activities. I then prepare a factual report showing why the deadline is unachievable based on logic, durations, and performance data. I propose alternative timelines or recommend schedule compression strategies if feasible. I communicate findings clearly to project managers and clients to reset expectations. Transparency ensures informed decision-making, while stakeholder collaboration helps establish a realistic and achievable schedule without compromising safety or quality. 25. Describe a time when you help recover a delayed project. In a previous project, we faced delays due to late material deliveries and subcontractor shortages. I reviewed the schedule, identified affected critical path activities, and proposed resequencing tasks where possible. I coordinated with subcontractors to increase manpower and introduced a revised look-ahead schedule to streamline daily operations. By implementing fast tracking on certain structural activities and improving coordination between trades, we recovered several weeks. Regular monitoring and clear communication ensured the team stayed aligned. Ultimately, we achieved a milestone with minimal impact on the overall timeline. 26. How do you incorporate procurement activities into a schedule? I incorporate procurement activities by identifying long lead items early and integrating their timelines, from submittals and approvals to fabrication and delivery, into the schedule. I work closely with the procurement team to track progress, confirm supplier deadlines, and anticipate potential delays. Each procurement activity is linked to construction tasks to ensure timely installation. I also monitor material availability in look-ahead schedules. Proper procurement planning prevents costly delays, improves coordination, and ensures materials arrive when needed to maintain workflow efficiency. 27. What metrics do you use to measure schedule performance? I use several key metrics, including Schedule Performance Index, SPI, percent complete, milestone variance, flow consumption, and critical path shifts. SPI helps compare actual progress to planned progress, while float trend highlight emerging risks. I also track productivity rates, material delivery performance, and subcontractor compliance. Visual tools such as S-curves and dashboards help communicate performance trends clearly. Together, these metrics provide a comprehensive view of the project schedule health, enabling proactive decision-making and early corrective actions. 28. How do you manage multiple schedules across different projects? Managing multiple schedules requires strong organization and prioritization. I keep each project schedule updated regularly, ensuring data is accurate and consistent. I maintain separate dashboards to monitor key milestones and risk areas across all projects. Time blocking and structured communication with each project team help ensure nothing is overlooked. I also use standardized templates and procedures for efficiency. By staying organized and maintaining open communication, I can manage overlapping deadlines and maintain control over all schedules effectively. 29. How do you ensure schedule changes are properly documented? I ensure schedule changes are documented by following a formal change control process. Any adjustment, whether due to design changes, delays, or unforeseen conditions, must be recorded with supporting evidence such as RFIs, change orders, meeting minutes, or field reports. I update the schedule save revised versions, and maintain clear logs showing what changed and why. This documentation supports transparency, facilitates claims analysis, and ensures traceability throughout the project. Proper record keeping helps maintain accountability and reduces disputes between stakeholders. 30. What qualities make a successful construction scheduler? A successful construction scheduler must be detail-oriented, analytical, and highly organized. Strong communication skills are essential for coordinating with subcontractors, engineers, and project managers. Technical proficiency with scheduling software like Primavera P6 is critical, as is the ability to interpret drawings and field conditions. Problem-solving skills help address delays and adjust plans quickly. A good scheduler anticipates risks, provides proactive solutions, and maintains accuracy under pressure. These qualities ensure reliable schedules, efficient execution, and successful project delivery. A construction scheduler plays a vital role in ensuring that projects progress smoothly and finish on time. Mastering interview questions like the ones above will help you demonstrate technical expertise, strong communication skills, and the ability to manage real-world construction challenges. Employers value schedulers who can think critically, collaborate effectively, and maintain accurate plans under pressure. By preparing thoroughly and understanding each concept deeply, you increase your chances of standing out as a confident, capable, and well-rounded candidate in the construction industry.